about the weekend and how it went?
It was a fantastic weekend. It went really smoothly. The Cobourg Yacht Club is so thankful to everybody in the town, the marina, the attendees, the competitors, just everybody there. It was fantastic. Our volunteers really showed up for us.
How was the weather?
The weather
Like, how
was
was
great.
the sailing?
It was actually really good. We were very fearful there wouldn't be enough wind, but there was. Each day we had, 3 races the first 2 days, 2 races the second day, so that was great. The third day. So we got a full complement of races. We had 1 protest. We did the whole thing, the whole regatta. It was great.
Forgive me, how many races in total then was there?
There were 8 races. 1 was dropped due to a protest, which is sort of a normal part of racing and competitive sailing. It was good.
Tell me about, if you can, just tell me a little bit about the boats for those like myself that don't know.
Yeah, the 8-meter is a historic boat. There are moderns and classics. They aren't actually an 8-meter boat. It's a combination of calculations on the boat that equals 8 meters, and then they fall into that category of racing. These boats are all over the world, and we have a big contingency of them in Sodus Bay and in Toronto at our CYC. So we're a central point on the lake where they can meet, and we have great facilities here in Cobourg, and we have great racing.
And this was for
This was the 2023 8-meter North American Championship. Here in Cobourg, which is a big deal.
What happens after this, and where does the winner go, or do they go, or?
This was the end of this North American Championship. However, they are now racing in Toronto next weekend. So they race all over the lake. They race a lot of weekends, and sometimes they get more boats than other times, but this was a big race here.
And tell me about some of the age of them, because some of them look really, I don't want to say they look really old, because they look beautiful. They're extremely well kept, but just talk a little bit about the history of them.
You can't quote me for sure, but I know 1 boat was built in the 1920s that was racing here this weekend. Now the moderns would have been built later. They're more modern vessels. Some of them have fiberglass hulls, whereas the older ones are going to have a completely wood hull, which is apparently what I learned this weekend is whether they're modern or classic, they're just as much work.
How long were the races?
Each race, so on the second day, if I recall, they had a race that was 72 and 173 maybe, so they're generally about 75 minutes is the goal.
And all in all, pretty happy?
Yeah, we're thrilled. This has been a big effort for everybody here, Experience Cobourg, Town of Cobourg, Cobourg Marina, Cobourg Yacht Club, and everyone involved, and they really pulled it off.